Hi, welcome to a new studio vlog. This one is gonna be basically just kind of my life as a part-time pet portrait artist. So you're gonna see me painting. I am renovating, it's not really a renovation. I don't know if you can notice, you probably don't know my office/studio too well, but I did have a bookcase, which is the blank space right behind me, and I moved that into the living room because I need more surface. So I bought a heat press before the last market, so I need a place for that. I have my cutting machine, I have my printer. I need a place to lay paintings flat for them to dry, so I need more surface. The bookcase was really good for storage, but I need storage and that surface. So I ended up getting another thing from IKEA. Let me just show you this one. I got a tripod here, it's not gonna work. So I have this little square unit from IKEA, which is really good for storage, and then it has that surface on top. That's what my cutting machine is right now. Oops. Oh my goodness. There we go. Yikes. So I got a longer one, and I actually got some feet for this one that I already have and the new one that I got, because I think being slightly off the ground is a little bit better, because it I find that it's maybe my level of cleaning abilities, but I feel like the bottom shelves always get like a little bit dirty because they're so close to the ground. So I either need to vacuum up more or put it on stilts. So I got the bases for them so that they're on feet, and it'll be better because then I can vacuum underneath and stuff. Yeah, so I already went to IKEA, picked that up. I feel like every time I record myself talking, I'm talking about going to IKEA or coming back from IKEA. I do really love it, but I don't go that often. So I went there. I'm gonna build that up right now, and then get some painting done. I have 3 portraits to do, custom ones, so I'm really excited about that. And I'm traveling for work this week, so I'll hope to get like my last video edited while I'm away. I'm not sure if that relies heavily on the internet, so that might not work because the hotel room probably doesn't have great internet, so I'll have to figure that one out. But I'm going to take my personal laptop with me anyway, just so that I can get some work done while I'm there. And those hotel stays for work trips are tough because I'm usually so busy that I feel like I don't want to lose the time that I usually have in the evening to work on my paintings and my other products, because usually I'll work my regular full-time job, and then I'll pack everything away when it's time to sign off, and then I'll work on Marty and Milo stuff. But when I go away for work trips, I can't do that because I'm gone. I'm not at home. So taking my personal laptop with me, trying to get some stuff done, will make me feel a lot better about staying in a hotel away from home. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then so you might see me painting this weekend. You're gonna see me building my new unit, which is really exciting. Oh, I need to show you the handles. One sec, I'll be right back. So I don't know if anybody is familiar with the IKEA, that storage system, that cube thing. I can't remember, maybe Calix is his name? I'm not remembering. But you can get inserts, so you can get like drawer inserts and cupboard door inserts. So for the bottom row, I got cupboard door inserts, and I'm realizing I could have told you this later when I'm actually building it, but never mind. I'm like obsessed with these leather handles. So I got these to replace the standard handles that those cupboard doors have. When I say I'm obsessed with these, I have them in several different places in my house right now. So I have them in my like main bathroom, and I also have them in the ensuite bathroom. And I bought some because I'm gonna repaint a dresser that I have, and I'm gonna put these handles on them as well because it's so it kind of ties everything in together in that space, like in the ensuite and in the main bedroom. I want to kind of have a flow. I've decorated the bathroom already, the ensuite, but I haven't decorated the main bedroom. So I plan to paint a dresser, put these handles on because they match the handles on the vanity in the ensuite. So anyway, I'm obsessed with them. I have so many. And they're actually holding up pretty well in the bathroom. I was a bit concerned because they're kind of like a leather. I don't know if they're actually leather. They might just be plastic. Anyway, I was kind of concerned about how well they would hold up in the bathroom with the dampness and stuff, but they seem fine. So these kind of fold over, so it's like a loop, but I'll show you when I put them on. But I'm pretty excited about that because I feel like that goes with my office better than those handles that came with the unit. So I'm gonna get building in a second, but I'm gonna have some lunch first because it's been a little bit of a busy morning, so I haven't eaten yet. Yeah, so I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then I'm gonna build that thing, and then hopefully have a little bit of a relaxing Saturday. I'm done teaching for the semester now, so it's the first weekend where all I have to do is work on Marty and Milo and relax. Because before, all year up until now, I've been doing prep work for my teaching at the college on the weekend. So now I just can paint and relax and spend time with my husband, which is so nice. I'm really happy about it. I love teaching, but this semester was intense because I had a new course to teach, so I was prepping everything. Obviously I prepped for the other course that I've taught for 4 or 5 years, but it's less because I don't have to create stuff. So I'm kind of relieved that I can take a little bit more rest on the weekend because it's really not sustainable to be working 24/7. So anyway, I'm gonna get some lunch and then get to building my adult Lego, which I call IKEA furniture. So I'm pretty much done setting up. I didn't record myself building it because I was a little bit pressed for space. I had to do it in the living room. So you can see I got the little stand for this corner unit, and then I got the stand for this one too. I kind of like it above the floor a little bit, because I can also stuff my bags and stuff underneath when I'm not using them, because I find that it's kind of a pain. You can see I like store my backpacks. I have a different backpack for a different job. So here is what I've got set up so far. So I'll just I moved my printer over there. You can see the heat press is here. I'm gonna actually get some wheels for the bottom of this little Alex file drawer set. Like I have wheels on these ones. I'm gonna get the wheels because when I'm using the heat press, I want to be able to move it away from anything, just because I'm kind of worried about the heat and stuff. So if I go back over here, so I moved the printer. It's right next to the cutting machine. I've organized my bags a little bit, so all the gift bags are down here. Got some notepads. In this little basket, I meditate every day, and I used to be really ceremonial about it, I guess. So in this basket, there's like my blanket that I would put on myself and some like incense and stuff like that. So I think I need to start doing that, being a bit more mindful about my mindfulness, I guess, because I'm feeling that my meditation sessions aren't super beneficial right now. So I think I might start doing that. And I have my little cushion over here, so I might start coming in here. I've been doing it on the couch lately, so I should probably avoid that. So we just have some storage baskets up here, which are conveniently covering up all these electrical cables back here, because I really don't like the way that electrical cables look. So you can see my fancy little handles that I got that I'm totally obsessed with. So in here we just have some backing boards and the eco sleeves, the compostable sleeves for the prints and stuff. And then in here I have space for spare canvases. I kind of need to stock up a little bit on those. Then we have, I need to maybe rethink this because it seems like a bit of a waste of space, but I have my cutting mats and my laptop stand. And then in here we have spare paintbrushes, some varnish, and then an enormous container of leveling gel, which I've yet to open. And then up here I have my paper cutter, scoring board, and this is a desktop easel that I like to use. And then under here is just my cash box and card reader and stuff for the market. So yeah, so I'm pretty glad that I have this extra surface. I have multiple laptops because I have multiple jobs, so this is my work laptop. So I have a little charging cord here, so when I switch between them, like I'll be working on my personal laptop in the evening, and then I can charge it here during the day while I'm working on my work laptop. And then I have a place for paintings that I'm drying. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm pretty happy with how this looks. Looks a bit more tidy. I have a lot more storage, and I have a big blank space on the wall up here where I can, which kind of looks dirty right now, but I think it's just poor painting, where I can put up some prints and stuff, because I have a print up here. This is a print by Prints by Millie, which I love, and I have yet to put it in a frame, so I'm gonna do that. So yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna get some product photos taken now. So I'll see you in a bit. It looks so nice and sunny outside on the balcony. How lovely. today is Saturday, so I'm gonna carry on painting. I have a custom portrait to finish. I'm hoping to get that finished today. Just got to do some kind of final touches. I guess I could give you a little bit of a preview. One sec. Here we go. So it's almost done. The dog on the right has got all the details put on it, but then the dog on the left just needs a few little touches to get that finished. I'm really excited about getting this one finished just because the person was so lovely to deal with, and it was for a birthday present. So I'm pretty excited to get that done. Then I have one more that I need to start tomorrow. And I'm hoping to get that done during the week because I'm actually going to be camping next weekend. So hopefully I'll get some footage of that and maybe take you on my camping trip with you. Oh, take you on my camping trip. So yeah, I'm going to get back to painting. I feel like it's been so long since I talked to the camera. But we had a nice little weekend away last week, and you would have seen that footage. I didn't really get much, but I got some. It was a little bit chilly, so we didn't get to the beach. We did a little hiking, and then just really relaxed. It was really nice to have kind of forced relaxation almost, because usually when I'm at home, I like find a million things to do on the weekend. So it was kind of nice just to be away. I'm reading this incredible book. Usually I just read nonfiction. I'm really into science books. So usually I read nonfiction, but I decided to take a novel with me, and it's so lovely and so funny. A little bit sad. So it's called The Borrowed Life of Frederick Fife. I'll try and include some sort of image in here. But yeah, it's really, really good. And I almost read it, the whole thing, in one day by the fire. So that's how good it is. So I recommend. I've got a little bit left to read. So I don't know how it's going to end. Hopefully it's not too sad. But it's very funny. I think because it's written by an Australian author. I think the Australian sense of humor is very similar to the British sense of humor. So I really like that. Kind of slightly dark. Lots of fart jokes, which is kind of my cup of tea. Anyway, so that's that. I'm going to sign off soon, but I just kind of wanted to show you something. And it's like a vulnerable moment right now, because it makes me question myself a little bit as an artist. I want to show you the difference that a good quality reference photo makes, because I feel like it makes a huge difference. And I don't know if that's because, I didn't take art at school. I don't know the rules. I just kind of do my thing. I don't know if that's why it's really, really important to have a good quality reference photo, but I feel like when I don't, and it's like a little bit blurry, I feel like my painting comes out very cartoony, because I can't see the detail in the picture in order to recreate it. And I feel like maybe if I was a better artist, I would actually be able to just make that up, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but that's kind of how I feel. But I just want to show you right now the difference. So let's spin the camera around. So here we have, this is the actual like high quality photograph. Let me just lift that up. So you can see there's quite a lot of detail. Ooh, I'm so bad at this. There's quite a lot of detail like in the eyes and fur and stuff like that. So that's the one with the high quality. And this, this is the one that was a bit less high quality photograph. I do kind of like the shading on here, but it's just, it looks like very cartoony compared to, let me put that down beside, compared to the other one. So I decided to do the painting again because I wasn't happy with the first one. And let me turn you around again. Sorry, my camera skills need work, but that's okay. I'm learning and nobody's watching, so who cares? So yeah, so I think, that's really important. I think it's probably not going to be like a huge deal. I think that generally people's phones take really good pictures now. I think it's more of a problem like if the pictures are old, if they've, maybe the pet has passed away or something and they're old pictures, which is quite a lot of pressure anyway, because I feel like in those instances it's always important for me to do the best that I can, but when it's a memorial piece, it just, there's a lot of feelings involved and stuff, and I think that it's really crucial to do a good job. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Anyway. So that's it. I just kind of wanted to share that with you. Maybe one day I won't be insecure, but maybe I'll feel a little bit more confident in my skills. The more I do, the more confident I feel. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now because I'm babbling. But I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I think there's gonna be more to come. I feel like I'm getting into a really good habit of filming when I'm painting. I don't really have a lot of products and stuff to make right now, but I do have a market coming up in July, so there'll be some prep for that. But yeah, lots of painting, lots of filming me painting. So if you like those kinds of things, that's good. If you don't, I'm sorry. Yeah, so next time I'll see you. What the heck? I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to follow my journey, feel free to like and subscribe.